Okay, so the following is a breakdown of how I like to make glass materials in Blender using nodes. This is entirely procedural. There are some things to look out for when using this or any glass workflow. On lower resolution models, you can get these weird looking artifacts. This is where your smooth and or hardened edges come in. You can fix some of these issues by simply adding a subdivision surface in the modifiers, but you aren't always going to be able to do that. So be on the lookout for those things. And remember, for this material, you'll need to enable screen space refractions. Without that, you won't be able to get the glass material that you need. Also, your transmission should be set to 1 for it to be transparent. Setting transmission to 0 will not allow light to go through the material. And most importantly, get the correct amount of IOR, or index of refraction. So if you look up whatever material you want to make, you can find the actual IOR value online. This will determine how much light will bend when passing through the surface. So you can get some really interesting results here. Now to the actual texture. The way I managed to get this foggy glass look is by using a noise node and a gradient node, passing them through a few color ramps. The most important color ramp to work on is the one hooked up to the noise. The contrast between the black and white values are what will determine both the color and roughness in this setup. You don't always want to use pure black or white, very few exceptions when it comes to that. Once you have the noise and gradients all set up, you can hook them up to some math nodes to blend the results together. Pass the result into some color ramps, one for the color and the other for roughness, so keep one of them in grayscale. Hook up the color result to the color and the grayscale one to roughness. And remember to use the right BSDF for your material. Blender gives you the option to use a glass BSDF, which is fine, but I don't really like the results I always get using this setup and the glass BSDF. I just stick with the principle. I just think you get a more interesting result as opposed to the glass BSDF. Both are viable options, but I've always felt that the principle just gives you way more options. As you can see, with different color values on the roughness and the color, you can get a more glassy fog look. I think that stuff is really cool. Anyway, that's my breakdown on the glass material. I hope this helped you out, and expect more material breakdowns and model breakdown videos in the future.